how's it going everyone? Dax here, and today we're going to be reacting to the newest I Did a Thing video, reacting to using a robot to cheat in a boxing match. I know nothing about this video. All I know is I Did a Thing makes bangers, so we're going to check it out. Also, disclaimer, if I cough during the video, I've caught some kind of cough after beating COVID, so as you do. Your boy's just always ill. Let's get straight into it. Okay, and away we go.
How you going? This is my mate
buddy?
Myth, who is about to do a boxing match in front of millions of people
The Fortnite guy.
with a device that looks like an IED in his butt. And no, he isn't doing terrorism. I put that device there and it allows me to control every move he makes, hopefully winning the match.
What? Is this a joke between that chess player that put a device?
Okay, to explain this whole story, we have
the
to
sun
go
don't
back
shine?
4 months and meet my mate Boy, who has just been invited by Ludwig to compete in his chess boxing event.
I see.
And chess boxing is a sport presumably
mate.
invented by Russians,
I see.
and is exactly what it sounds like. 2 minutes of chess, followed by 2 minutes of boxing, continuing in this
I watched the
order
event, it's quite
until
good.
someone
Well, some
wins
of it.
via checkmate or knockout. And this sport is hilarious to watch, as usually the people doing it are nerdy chess players that aren't the best boxers, and then the more they get
see.
punched in the head, they become worse at chess.
Ah, yep. That's
Now,
true.
Alexa is actually alright at chess, as he's played with his dad from a young age, but has never really boxed before, besides when his dad beats him.
Oh, I'm what? Okay.
So hopefully he can win so quickly at chess that he doesn't even have to box and get punched in the head. And to help
smart.
him do that, I'm going to make a device that was at the center of some recent chess controversy.
There we
Magnus
go.
Carlsen, the greatest chess player in existence, was recently beaten by a child named Hans Niemann. And this shouldn't have happened. So people did some digging and found something dodgy with Hans's chess games, which led Magnus to accuse Hans of cheating. And one of the ways they accused him of cheating was using a device that vibrated inside his anal cavity and communicated
Yes,
the best
that is
moves
real.
he could make. Now, I'm not sure how Magnus knew Hans was doing this unless he recognized the familiar buzzing of the device. But as far as I'm aware, there's
Maybe
no
he was
proof,
doing it
which is
too.
why I'm going to make the device real.
Gonna make a real
Okay,
device
so
of it.
for
Okay.
the build, I ordered 2 of the cheapest buzzing devices I could find.
We have 2.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I mean, it's
I
not.
thought you were only going to pick one.
What do you want 2?
I'd rather, if you picked one, it could be enormous. I famously have a very small ass. That's one of my things.
Others famously have a small penis.
Yeah, they go together.
Are they?
They're
It's
right
both.
next to each
Ah,
other.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them doesn't work at
they're a
all,
pair.
and I'm pretty sure is a scam. And the other one works, but doesn't turn on and off quickly, so it would be useless for communicating a code. So I took apart the buzzing device and then stole the vibrating unit, and then also took apart this drone dropping device and switched the servo motor with the vibrating unit.
I
And
see.
then after some
An
dodgy
IED.
soldering, created this. And this device works great and allows for short and long buzzes,
Oh my god, it's like getting electrocuted.
and also has a much longer range of 800 meters, which is enough range for me to push the device all the way through my mate and also 400 other people, so they could all be stacked on top of each other and still work. Okay, time to test it.
Oh my.
Excited.
Not really.
All right, let's do it. So get.
He's
that.
not really gonna insert that
Push that in.
into.
Turn it on first.
Do you have any lube?
No, I don't have any lube. You're gonna have to raw dog it.
But you know what
Ew.
you can use as a lubricant? Today's sponsor, PayPal. Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America, but I like to think of it as being more similar to a best friend that lives inside my computer
Wait,
and
Honey's
is
been
always
owned by
trying to
PayPal?
find me great deals on the things I'm buying. Once
Sorry,
you
that's
install
nothing.
Honey, it sits at the top of your browser, and then when you go to buy something, if Honey works on that site, it
Honey is good,
swoops
not
in
gonna
and
lie.
automatically searches for coupon codes so you don't have to. It doesn't matter what you're buying, as Honey works on many of the sites.
Okay,
you're
it's not saving
already
you that
using.
much money. Jesus
For example,
Christ.
I was
It'll save you
purchasing
50p.
these buzzing devices for this
$50.
video, and Honey found a coupon to save me $10. Who doesn't
Dude,
love the
censoring
feeling of
is
randomly
terrible.
being surprised with a discount
It's
when you're buying
bad.
buzzing devices? So go now and add it to
He's
your
doing it on
browser for
purpose.
free at joinhoney.com/IDidAthing. That's joinhoney.com/IDidAthing. Okay, back to Alexa's butt.
Okay.
Whoa. That's strong.
You excited?
No. That's one single button.
And I don't think Alexa realizes how dangerous putting a device with a lipo battery in it in between his cheeks is, especially one that I've modified, but I don't think I need to tell him.
Put it further.
I don't know.
So the idea now is that while Alexa is playing chess, I input the game at the same time on a computer, and then the computer tells me the best possible move he can make. Then I communicate that move to him in Morse code to his butt, which at the moment neither his butt or him understands. So I invented a much simpler, shorter code that anyone can understand. Each chess piece will have a number from 1 to 6 buzzers.
And have you also noticed I've only labelled the white pieces because
you're racist.
Because I'm racist.
Wow.
Exactly. No, that was the reason you got it.
Oh, okay.
No, because the Sharpie won't show up on the black pieces.
Oh, okay.
And then I buzz from 1 to 8 to communicate the x-axis, and then 1 to 8 again for the y-axis. So let's see if you can learn it.
You got to do 3 sets of numbers?
Okay.
What's a 1?
You can understand that?
You're loud and clear.
Yeah, do you?
4.
Okay.
Okay.
Into 3. So 1 with
So we've
all
already-
that for that. Oh, what?
You made up
I
the system.
I know. I counted 4 from the wrong end, but you did it right because you did 4 from there, and it works. And I wanted you to do a weird one, so you do that. What are you talking about? This is flawless.
This takes too long. It's speeches. It's a timer. This takes too long.
Sense.
Does it not?
There's no. This is. Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Haha.
Very good.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, he does understand the moves, and it was
Wow.
also a lot quicker to communicate than I thought. But
Oh,
he
wow.
also seemed to like it a little too much.
Huh?
So I think it's time to stop.
Spelling it.
The one little
I'm not spelling it. I'm not
Ew.
spelling it. No, please stop.
Dude,
Please
stop.
Video.
I do not want to know what your smells
How,
like.
how are we meant to compete? How are we meant to compete? You don't.
I
even
can
know what-
already smell
You don't
it.
even know what you're thinking.
I can already smell. No, I'm not smelling
Dude,
your ass.
stop.
Okay, and it was
Stop.
about now that Alexa found out who his opponent was going to be for the chess boxing event.
Myth? Wait.
Now, you're probably confused as to how his
Yeah.
opponent ended up as the one with the device in his butt during the intro of this video, and that will all make sense very soon. But first, Alexa needs to get punched in the face.
Montage time, baby.
And at this point, Alexa had been boxing for 2 months and had a good understanding of the basics and had a good jab and was keeping his hands up enough to not get hit. So Alexa and I decided that even though it was a little bit scary for him, it was time for us to have our first ever spar.
Huh? Oh, they're in a spa with gloves on. That's okay. Wait, this is the same spot I went to
Because
last
he did
time.
so well, we agreed he was ready for a second spar. But to be safe, we said we'd go soft on the headshots, but agreed that body shots could be as hard as we wanted.
Oh yeah, because I did a thing was in Creator Clash, didn't I?
And as you can see, neither of us are very good. And most of our first spar
I don't know,
was
I did
us
think
just
did well.
jabbing each other in the face at exactly the same time, while also getting tangled in each other's lankiness. But
It's pretty
overall,
even.
I was consistently landing more shots and often landed this exact shot on him. When he threw out his jab, I slipped to the left and followed with an overhand right. But it never landed too hard, so I felt comfortable in throwing it more.
Jeez. Whoa.
Alexa also left his body open quite a lot, which is always the case when you're a lanky man. And Alexa did land
Jeez.
some nice jabs and hooks,
Looks like he has a bigger reach than him.
but the session ended with this double jab and right to the body.
Oh, bruising the ribs and the head.
And we didn't realize at the time, but I broke Alexa's rib.
Rib. How's your rib?
It's really good. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Which was
Dude.
annoying for him, but it didn't stop him training, and he continued to improve the next month and was landing some good shots on me, like this hook at the end of the sparring session in our yard.
Ooh.
And was also
Ear damaging.
consistently smashing me in chess. And at this point of time, we were 1 week away from flying to LA for the big event and decided to do
So how
one
did
last
Myth
spar. But because of his broken
have the
rig, we
gadget?
thought we would be safe and agreed to only do headshots.
That's crazy.
And the spar started off well, with Alexa tapping down some of my punches while bringing his hands back to his face. He also dodged this jab cross, which he definitely would have stepped into before.
I love how it's turned into like a boxing
But
video. I
after
enjoy this.
that, Alexa then landed his best shot on me ever.
Which
Not
was?
this jump shot, but the one after. I came in for the right hand, and he quickly stepped back before throwing the 1-2 directly into my head. And this obviously gave him some confidence and fired me up a little bit, which is why I went for this shot.
Ooh! Ooh! Just don't hurt him, I did a thing. He's got to fight in the week. Ooh! Oh, it winded him.
Which dropped Alexa to the floor, so we stopped the spar. And at the time, we didn't realize how bad this punch was. But 2 weeks later, Alexa still had a headache that was getting increasingly worse.
So the whole reason he lost was because I did a thing was went too hard?
He
Oh,
also had some warning
shit.
symptoms like nausea, dizziness, sensitivity to light, and
Dude,
was dumber than he usually was. So with 1 day left before we flew to LA, we went to the hospital.
You look good.
Yeah, I feel bloody great. Thanks for punching me in the head, Alex.
Right. You didn't tell the doctors I did this, did you?
No, I was scared you.
Jesus.
They're putting a dye inside me.
What does that do?
They're putting a dye so they can see my arteries better when they scan my head. They can see where all the blood's flowing.
So this is for a CT scan.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
It's pretty
oh, it's fun.
relaxing, actually.
Oh, I thought you meant the results.
We're putting you into like pain, so it's going to feel quite warm, and then you're going to feel like you're peeing yourself. Don't worry, you're not peeing. Such a weird feeling.
What?
I'm peed my pants.
But you did it. No.
And after
Okay,
watching the
good,
footage
good,
again,
good.
you can see that even though the punch wasn't that hard, it landed directly on Alexa's chin, causing his head to flick to the side really quickly and move in this whiplash motion, bouncing his brain around. And I'm definitely at fault here and feel guilty. I really didn't mean to hit him that hard, but it was an unlucky combination of him stepping into the punch and me being an idiot and not knowing how to spar safely. The doctor also advised us that if Alexa steps into the ring again with a concussion and receives another one, he's at risk of permanent brain damage. So Alexa had a pretty big decision to make. Leave Australia, where we have free healthcare, to travel to America with a concussion to put a robot in his butt and potentially get knocked out and have a disability for the rest of his life? Or to call off the event and waste hundreds of hours of training that he did, and also the 30 minutes it took me to make this device.
Jesus Christ.
And lucky for me, Alexa made the right decision, and we were on the plane to LA with the device only 2 white dudes are allowed to bring on a flight.
Yeah, how did they get it through the... No shot?
How does it feel?
I think that's the wrong move.
You didn't have to travel with it in your ass.
Wait, how did they get that on a plane?
In the hopes that he would feel better in the week before the boxing match. But as soon as we landed and did some basic exercises, we realized that Alexa had gotten worse. And literally everything hurt his head, like punching, jumping, running, and even hitting it with a hammer. Which means Alexa had no choice but to drop out of the event. Which is sad, considering how hard he's worked. And it's especially
they already
cruel
went there?
since I was the one that gave him the concussion in an attempt
Yeah,
to
that's
help
messed
him.
up, dude.
But I still have this device, and in a desperate
And that's how
attempt to still
Myth
get a
ends
video
up
out
with it.
after all this effort, I
see.
contacted a man I promised Alexa I would never talk to. His enemy, Myth.
Unbelievable. The traitor.
Come over sometime and I'll put that device in your ass that I was telling you about.
That's a conversation starter.
He doesn't, don't worry about it. Don't worry about him. He's honestly fine. So this is the
So he's
device.
putting his phone under the water. I'd cry.
This is what you're doing. You're putting that in your bum.
My ass?
Your ass.
It's been in mine before,
this
but
supposed
we washed it.
Did you
We
clean it,
watched it.
sanitize?
Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like water and...
This sits in your ass.
Uh-huh.
And then basically what happens is when I press this button,
Whoa!
it vibrates. So you got it? You got the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Just three.
Wow.
Pretty simple system.
Sick. Well, then why don't you put this in your ass?
You got it straight away?
Turn away. We'll turn away.
Okay. That was quick. You've done this before.
I've tried some things in my time.
Oh my
I'm
god.
so glad I was here to catch the
It's a song.
speed part.
It's like uncomfortable. It's because it's like not, it's hollow on the inside.
Yeah.
So it kind of the shape is weird.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah.
I am impressed by your anal kegels that you're doing currently. Your legs are wide open and yet your butthole is so clenched that you can keep it inside.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see if I can tell you to do, without using the computer, the one I want you to move.
Okay.
Okay.
Pawn.
Yep.
Pawn A2 to A4.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, sick.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
picked
quick.
up quick.
Yeah,
Okay. Here, we'll do
that was quick.
Okay. Okay.
And then we'll go. And
Nice E3.
yeah, sick.
So we are even communicating.
This-
He didn't even finish the buzzer.
Yeah.
And I
yeah,
knew he
that's
was going
it.
for. Yeah, that's easy.
Good thing you
That's nice.
concussed me because
That's good because that will be good on time.
Yeah.
You guys are good at
you're
this.
quicker
You're
than
much
me.
quicker than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I was so slow.
That's
Why did you feel that he
crazy.
was going to cheat against you like this?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Honestly, I feel like I would have knocked the vibrator out of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
This
That's great.
yeah,
works.
there was not a single mistake.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great work.
I can't believe
We're gonna
Myth
make so much money
cheated.
together.
Summer,
It's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And that went well, and Myth understood exactly what he needed to do, which meant it was time for the real match.
This is crazy. No shot.
And the event was going well.
It was a pretty
and
good
by the
event.
time it came to Myth's fight, the crowd was ready for blood. And luckily, not
Let's
a
go.
single person, including Ludwig, suspected that Myth had something in his butt. And you know, for a man with an IED in between his cheeks, he looks very calm. And then out came his opponent.
What's going on over there? Gentlemen, it might seem like this is a joke, but they are going to punch each other in the face.
Now, it turns out Myth's new opponent, Churdley's, doesn't really know how to play chess at all. So this won't really be a good test of the device. But we should win. So the chess started, and Myth was now white, and he made his opening move, a pawn into the center. And with this move, Churdley already seemed very confused by this incredibly common move, and even asked Myth for advice on what to
No,
do
sure.
before finally moving his pawn.
Maybe chirping.
What a legend.
But before I could communicate the best move, Myth protected his pawn with another, which is fine, but not what I wanted him to do. Then Churdley's made a very bad move, placing his bishop directly in front of Myth's queen,
So-
unprotected and free for the taking.
In other words,
And that move is very
he didn't need the device.
I quickly grabbed my controller and attempted to tell Myth which piece to take.
So I've told him what to do. We'll see if he listens. You can't now.
But the boxing buzzer went off, meaning the table would ascend from the ground, and it was time for them to punch each other in the face.
Here we go.
Yo, I like Myth's
For
gloves.
everything they
That
lack
looks
in the
sick.
chess, I'm hoping we see them make up for it in the boxing. Ooh, wing jab, landed for
Sheesh.
And Myth came out very strong, landing
Yeah.
multiple jabs and right hands.
Guns
But
blazing.
Churdley showed some good movement, weaving some of the stronger shots. But then I realized something. Even if chess wasn't going well, maybe I could use the controller to tell Myth what boxing moves to make.
That's so
I
messed
watched
up.
the fight closely and attempted to buzz whenever I
No
wanted Myth to
shot.
leave.
Make some moves, otherwise it goes back to the chess. Seconds out and time.
And now it's back to the more exciting chess.
Okay, so I've told him the best move to make, which is just taking the bishop, so we'll see if he does it.
So I desperately buzzed for Myth to take the bishop, but maybe the boxing had turned off the device, or he ignored it as he moved his pawn instead. Now Churdley seems completely lost and moved his knight, leaving the bishop still free for the taking. So I had communicated with Myth to take the bishop again, and finally he took it.
Does that mean he's he's receiving it? Or is he just playing chess? I can't tell.
Now, who
he's
knows
probably
whether
just playing
Myth did
chess.
this because of the device, or just because it was the most obvious move to make. And this chess game is actually very, very hard to cheat in, as the moves Churdley's made were so unpredictable and stupid that it's almost
Unorthodox.
confusing, and I consistently forgot to even tell Myth what he was meant to be doing.
Oh, wow.
And also, Churdley's found his own less obvious method of cheating by pointing to the chess piece, then turning around and asking the crowd for advice on what he should do.
I would argue it's cheating to point to a piece and then thumb up or down to a crowd. But I don't think it matters, and I don't think the ref thinks that either.
And with that, we're into the second round of boxing.
90 seconds, first round of boxing.
So pretty much the chess does not
Which was
matter. It's
similar
all
to
about
the
the
first,
boxing right
with
now.
Myth landing some good shots and Churdley's looking completely unfazed. But then something strange happened.
Which
Myth
was?
began to dance. And
Oh.
I'm not sure whether that was because the device was malfunctioning in some way, causing it to spasm, or whether he was just that confident.
He was
The
confident.
showboating seemed to work, and Myth.
I don't
landed
think
some
he has the
more good
device in.
shots. And honestly, Myth looks really good at boxing, and I have no idea what would have happened if my mate would have gotten in the ring with him. Maybe I can put the device up my mate's ass next year.
Huh?
And now back to the chess, which became very interesting, as Churdley's was so bad and not a threat at all that Myth was actually helping him make moves as he wanted to get back to the boxing.
No shot.
Myth is telling his opponent what to do.
And at this point, I completely gave up with communicating moves, as there was clearly no point. But somehow, even though I had stopped, Churdley's mates had figured out that I was a little too invested in this chess game.
It's got nothing to do with that. I'm just playing chess separately.
What? No, I'm not.
He's blaming his son as well.
I think he's just playing chess.
He has a butt plug. He does not have a butt plug. He does not have a butt plug. There's no butt plug. What is in his ass then? Nothing's in his ass.
And now the final round of boxing. And Churdley's actually looked pretty good in this round. With the smile on his face landed his best shots yet, where he would wait for Myth to jab and then throw an overhand right, in a similar way to my shot that concussed Alexa. But
Damn.
overall, Myth looked much better. and
Yeah,
landed
he was
harder
much
shots
better in the
more
event.
often. But with neither person winning by knockout, it was back to chess. And with Churdley's only having 30 seconds left, it
Oh
was
my
pretty obvious he
God.
was going to lose.
Give it up! Give it up for Myth and Churdley's!
Lost on time.
And
Hell
I would like to
yeah.
think that I helped Myth win with the device, but I think it was
No.
definitely a disadvantage. But the real way which I helped Myth win was by giving my mate that actually knew how to play chess
A concussion, so he couldn't fight him. Yep.
You're welcome, Myth.
Wow.
Thank you so much for watching.
Damn.
If you like that, please subscribe and check out some
True.
of my other stuff.
Damn, that's crazy. The real guy would have thought, could have had stood a chance. That's crazy. That was a really good video. Okay, everyone, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you check out the original in the description down below. Enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, comment, which me to react to next, subscribe if you're new or just haven't yet. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.